All right, so it's Eric's birthday, and I couldn't figure out what to get him. But then I remembered he has an archery lane on the side of his house that he doesn't have a target for, and he's been shooting cardboard boxes. I figured he needed a better archery target, so I'm gonna go surprise him with it.
Oh, no.
Happy birthday!
Nice.
Oh, it's heavy.
Hell yeah. Let's go shoot this thing.
Yeah.
You want to bring the bow out?
Old target, new target.
Okay, now the most important part of archery is before every shot, you need to say, "You have failed this city." Oh, that's intense, man.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
I bought myself a birthday present. These are the instructions. Don't really feel like reading. I can probably figure this out. Time lapse. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Roman chair, or GHD. $86 on Amazon. It's for strengthening your back. Oh yeah. Get it. Get it. Get it. Oh, shit. Actually, one thing missing. Now we're talking. Hi there. Welcome to HAMMERHELL. Come on in. All right, so first up, we got my buddy here. This is Dick Wolf. After a long day at work, or if I'm super frustrated, I just like to come home, beat my dick in the garage. Helps relieve stress. And over here, we have the Dolomer 10x10 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu mats. And this is where Nick kicks the shit out of me. And it's just not fun. So Mom, if you're watching, please tell him to stop. Next up, we have the Rogue Tuscumbia, Alabama bumper plates. These are made out of recycled rubber from, I'm pretty sure mostly condoms. So I'm not sure if they're entirely accurate when it comes to like weight. Like this might not actually be 45 pounds. It's probably more like 44.6 each because condoms aren't very dense. But you know, they serve their purpose. And then of course, a Rogue plate tree, Rogue for life. And then here, continuing on with the Rogue theme, this is one of their prototype GHDs.
Is this actually Rogue?
Yeah, you can see that it says Rogue right there. So that's definitely Rogue. It's just a prototype, that's why it's not in production. So you actually won't find this on the market anywhere. I just happen to have the inside scoop and took their prototype. That's all. Yeah. And then oh hey, you don't need to record that. Okay, yeah. This is a not Rogue. It's a Nordic Track rower, but it was given to us for free by Adam and Vic. So thank you, Adam and Vic, because this thing is awesome when you feel like doing cardio the one time a month or year. Over here, we have the Power Blocks, and Power Blocks have good things and bad things. The good thing is that I have 5 to 90 pound dumbbells right here in this small footprint. The bad thing is when I'm like pressing super heavy weight and looking like a real man. I just can't throw them down on the ground and let them bounce because they're metal and square. You probably shouldn't drop those on the ground because if you drop them on the ground, you're gonna ruin them. And then there, you just got like the two most attractive people you've ever seen in your life. This is where you do the curls for the girls and the squats for the thoughts and the tries for the guys. You know what I mean? Here's our bicycles for when we feel like white peopling, like we did this morning to the farmer's market. And the name HAMMERHELL doesn't necessarily mean that it's all about Satan. It's just somewhat about Satan. We have the Rogue R4 power rack. In hindsight, I would probably get the R3 just because it has a more shallow footprint. But the R4 is good. It works just fine. I like that it has a little bit thinner uprights. It's like a 3x2, I think. The Monster power racks are like 4x4, so they're like really thick, but I kind of prefer it this way. It's a little bit better. Rogue J cups. I got 2 sets of those because we have 2 bars. This one back here is Mary's bar. The Catherine David's daughter, Bella bar. You can see the sled dog there. And this is Cerakoted in powder blue, the Bella bar end cap there. And then this is my bar. This is the Rogue Operator bar. You got the grenade end cap, which is cool. And then it's also Cerakoted woodland camo. And I went with the woodland camo because my dad was in the Army for 20 years and growing up as a kid, this is the camo that he wore. So yeah, that's why I went with the woodland camo. And bonus, I didn't really think about it because when I bought all this equipment, it was when we were in Georgia and Tennessee where it doesn't get very hot at all. Cerakoted bars do not get hot when it's 115 to 120 degrees outside. When you have a steel bar, bare steel or stainless, I think, when it's 120 out and you come home, you know, after work and try to work out, the bar is really fucking hot. The Cerakote actually mitigates that, which is kind of cool. And of course, every gym in America needs to have an American flag. Continuing on with the Rogue theme, we have Rogue change plates. We got 5s, 2.5s, 1.25s, just for those tiny gains that tiny guys like me get occasionally, not very often. More Rogue. We got the Rogue Ohio belt. 3 or 4 inch width, maybe? I can't remember exactly, but that's a great belt. And then we got our books up here because, you know, every gym needs some reading material. And I like to break a mental sweat as well as a physical sweat. And then we got the goat skull because hail Satan. And then axes, just in case something goes down and someone tries to come in and rob me while I'm working out. I can defend myself with a variety of Norse axes. Okay, what do we got? Oh, we got another piece of Rogue equipment here. This is a deadlift jack. We have the full line of on-it maces going from 7, 15, no, sorry, 7, 10, 15, 20, and 25 pounds. These come in handy when I'm training for the Highland Games and doing hammer throws. This was given to me by Clem, who built this by hand. He just had some scrap wood, bought a bowl, and he's come over and worked out a couple times and asked if we had chalk, and I said no. So he built me a chalk stand with a bowl and hooked me up with a bunch of chalk. So now I got my own little personal chalk stand here, which is pretty cool. And continuing with the Rogue theme, we have the Rogue Butcher, as it says down there. This thing, if you haven't done any sled work, is terrible. Sled work is both terrible and fantastic all at the same time. It sucks while you're doing it, but it's also very low impact on your joints and stuff. So if you have bad knees, it's easy to push a sled or drag a sled, and it actually helps your knees feel better, according to Nick. And here we have the inspirational wall of flags. So discipline equals freedom, Jocko, of course, gotta have that. And then another gift from Clem, the Arnold Conquer iconic photo of him just looking jacked on stage. This was given to me by Nick for a birthday long ago. This is the zombie kettlebell. It weighs 1 pood, which if you are uncertain of the metric weight of a pood, 36 pounds. And fun fact, the guy who came up with these shapes for the on-it kettlebells that look like, monkeys or look like zombies or whatever, he's also the same guy who came up with the fleshlight. It's a battle rope. It's 50 feet long, or maybe 100 feet long and 50 pounds. And that was a gift from Mary's brother. This is a little plyo box that Mary's parents got me for Christmas one year. And it has 3 different sizes. So this is the tallest size. This is 30 inches. This is 24. And that's 20. 3 different sizes. The good thing about this is it's like very dense foam. So if you jump and miss and hit your shin, you're not scraping your shin. I think that'll just about wrap it up here, folks. And if you're wondering how much all this Rogue stuff costs, it was quite expensive, but it was worth it. And also, I'm really just a slut for Rogue. And then don't worry about the bench. That's a Rogue bench too. It definitely doesn't say fitness gear on there. And really just for aesthetic reasons, like it looked cool, but what?
Aesthetic?
Aesthetic? Is that what I said?
Acidic?
Acidic? Acidic reasons, because I'm an acidic Jew. Not a lot of people know that, don't worry. This is actually very expensive, and I got this for free from work because I did such a great job on checking paperwork. So, be good at checking paperwork, I guess, is the moral of that story. I was thinking about breaking it into smaller pieces and hanging it on the wall as a art piece because I'm very autistic and people know that.
Artistic?
That's why I said artistic.
Oh.
Yeah. Here we have the full, oh no, that's a phone charger.
Nick?
Nick is my neighbor. I've never met the guy before.